Alrighty, so the next graph we're going to look at is box and whisker plots. So you've seen these in middle school before. These graph exhibits a 5-number summary. There's 5 important numbers that we identify when we're making these graphs, right? Here's the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and the 5th one, wherever those blue dots are. And when you're doing a box and whisker plot, each of the quartiles are 25% of the data. So this is 25% of the data. This part is 25% of the data. This part is 25% of the data. And this part is 25% of the data. So what that means is in the box is 50% of the data is grouped in that box. The 2 whiskers that extend go towards the minimum and the maximum values, and the line inside the box is our Q2, or our middle value. So these are our 5 numbers down here. So we're just going to drag them and put them into place. So first we have our minimum. Our minimum value here is at 60. And our maximum value is at 100. Q2, or our median, is at 85. And then we have Q1, which is at 70, and Q3, which is at 90. So just label just to see where we're putting each of those 5 numbers. So you're just dragging those labels to where they fit on the graph. And then we're going to do 4 of these and make some box and whisker plots. So once you have those dragged, when you're ready, push ahead to slide 13. The first thing you want to do when you're given this set of data to make a box plot is put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So it looks like our smallest number is 10, and then we have a 13 and a 15. And I'll kind of just cross them out as we're doing it. After that, we have a 17, and then we have 2 18s, so we write it twice, 2 19s, and a 20. Beautiful. So there's our data from least to greatest. We want to find our Q2 first. So our Q2 is the middle of the data. So we're going to cross off 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and then 1 on the left, 1 on the right. And we keep doing this until we get to the middle. And we see our middle here is 18. So our Q2 is 18. Now to find Q1 and Q3, Q1 is going to be what's the middle of the left side. So when we cross off 1 on the left and 1 on the right, we get 2 in the middle. So we want to take the average of these 2 numbers. To do that, we add them together and divide by 2. 13 plus 15 is 28. Divided by 2 is 14, which makes sense. 14 is in the middle of 13 and 15. So our Q1 is 14. And on the right side, the middle number, we have 2 19s. So our Q3 is 19. Now our minimum number is the smallest number, which is 10. And our maximum is the biggest number, which is 20. So when we're making this graph, our box is going from Q1 to Q3, which is 14 to 19. Our median is at 18, so that's where we put the line in the box. Our minimum is 10, so there's our first whisker, and our maximum is 20. And there's our box plot. So we can see from the box plot that our middle number is 18. It goes from 10 to 20, 50% of the data is between 14 and 19, and then we have our whiskers extending to our minimum and maximum. So this is just the first one we've done. We're going to do 3 more together. So take a breath. Notice that if you haven't looked at this in a while, it might be overwhelming, but we're going to work through this together. So I'm going to clear my board and go to slide 14. First thing we want to do is put them in order from least to greatest. It looks like 24 is our smallest number, and there's 3 of them. So I'm going to put 24, 24, 24. After that, I see a 26 and 2 28s. Beautiful. Then we have a 30, a 30, and a 30. So we have 3 30s. And then a 34, a 36, a 38, and a 42. So first step is just putting them in order, least to greatest. So we can see right away, here's our minimum and here's our maximum. Our minimum is 24 and our maximum is 42. Finding that middle number, one on the left, one on the right, crossing them out until we get to the middle. Finding our middle number. Aha, is right here at 30. So our Q2, or our median, is 30. And now we're going to find the middle number on the left side. And then after, we'll find our middle number on the right side of the median. So on the left, when we cross them out, 1, 1, we get 2 here. But right, 24 plus 26 divided by 2 is going to get us 25. And on the right side, we cross 2 out on the left, 2 on the right. And in between 34 and 36, the average of that is 35. So we have a 25 and a 35. Then I'm going to make my box plot. So our box goes from Q1 to Q3. So we're going from 25, right there, to 30. So I'm going to make my box a little, nope, to 35. There we go. That goes from 25 to 35. That's our Q1 to Q3. Q2, which is 30, that's going to be our line in the box. That's our median, our Q2. And then our whiskers are going to 42 for the maximum and to 24 for the minimum. So we have to make those whiskers a little smaller. And there's our box plot. We can see this is skewed out to the right because that data is trailing off to the right of that, getting to that maximum of 42. And we can see there's like 25% of the data is that little whisker. So that's why we have all those repeated 24s, right? That's kind of showing that to us there. Beautiful. Alrighty, let me clear this up and we'll do 2 more. Hopefully after the second one, maybe it feels a little better, but let's get some more practice in. I know these are a little tricky sometimes. Here's the next one. Again, first thing we want to do is we want to try and find the smallest number. I see a 70. Oh, here's a 70. And then we have a 71 and a 72. And then a 73. Okay, so let's put those ones in. 70, 71, 72, and 73. After that, there's a 76 and a 77 and 2 78s. 76, 77, 78, 78. Then we have a 79, another 79, another 79, three 79s, and then three 80s. Beautiful. Alrighty. Our minimum, our smallest number is 70, and our maximum, our biggest number, is 80. To find that number in the middle, maybe we cross off 3 from the left, 3 from the right. Again, and then we get two numbers in the middle, but they're both a 78. So our Q2 is 78. And then I put that arrow right there because we want to focus now on the left side of that arrow to find our Q1. So I'll cross off a couple on the left, a couple on the right, another on the left, another on the right. Ooh, and we just have one number, nice and easy, for our Q1. And same thing on the other side. I'll use a different color. 2, 2, 3, 3, and there's our middle. So it's really just finding the middle 3 different times. So our box is our Q1 and Q3. So we're going from 73 to 79. Our Q2 is at 78. And then our whiskers are going to our minimum, which is 70. So you want it to be above the 70. And our maximum, which is 80. Beautiful. And we're going to do one final box plot here. Pause the video if you need to at any point, if you need time to make your box. And then push to slide 16. Putting these numbers in order, I see a 40. That looks like the smallest. And then I see a 43. And a 46. Then there's a 48 and two 49s. Then we have a 50, two 52s, and two 54s. Beautiful. Minimum is 40. Maximum is 54. To find the middle, we're crossing our way, get into that middle. Make sure we're crossing the same amount on both sides. And here's our middle of 49. That's our Q2. To the left of Q2, to get that Q1 value, our middle value is a 46. And on the other side, our middle value is a 52. Our box is Q1 to Q3. So we're going from 46 to 52. Q2 is in the 49 slot inside the box. And then our minimum is 40 and our maximum is 54. And that's our final box plot. So we've talked about dot plot, histogram, and box plot. Those are the 3 things that we're focusing on in this lesson. When you're all set with this Google Slides, make sure you're hitting submit assignment, turn in that top right corner, or share your Google Slides link with me in the text box. That works as well, but just make sure you're giving me that link and sharing it with me, and submit that into Schoology. And then when you're all set, you're good for today, and check out the next assignment when you're ready. Take care, my friends. You got this, and reach out to me if you need any help.